So, welcome everybody. It's been a long journey to get here. We haven't had this event since 2020, and I can see there's lots of familiar faces here in the audience, so I look forward to chatting to you over the weekend. We haven't had this event for 2 years for a number of reasons. We did run it in 2020 against all the odds. A lot of people said that it was never going to happen, but we managed to pull it off. We had to have a break for a couple of years with a lot of other things, not just with the crazy things we've all been through. So, but we're back here in 2023 to have the event for the first time on the Sunshine Coast, and it's worked out pretty well so far. We've got an absolutely fantastic crew. Thanks to all the people in the crew. You know who you are, for all the fantastic efforts you've made, for being here and for your expertise and talents and gifts and sharing that with everybody who's here. And so I just wanted to thank everyone for coming to this event. I know it's not as an unusual event. It's a difficult path to walk in this time, so I honour all of you for being here and for your courage and for your inner strength for coming along. So I know people have come, even someone's come from New Zealand, is that right? Is there someone from New Zealand here? People have come from all over Australia, from Western Australia, from Sydney, from Melbourne, even Perth, Western Australia. And I understand there's even some people here from Mooloolaba, is that right? You guys are hardcore. So, welcome everyone. Look forward to having a fantastic weekend with you. And I guarantee that I make this offer to you that this will be one of the best alternative conferences anywhere on the Sunshine Coast this weekend. But what I want to ask is, do you have a sense of humour?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Are you really sure about that? Well, I've got to be straight with you. Last few years, I must admit, I haven't been that inclusive. I haven't been that inclusive with other people's belief systems, other people's views, other people's opinions. So it's my effort going forward to be more inclusive with everybody on whatever they think and whatever they believe. So I'd like to really make this effort to share with you some of the people or groups or ways of thinking that I'd like to be more inclusive of these sorts of types of people. So I'd like to make very welcome and include anyone who actually is driving their car alone and wearing a mask. Not too sure that's anybody here, but just want to cover all bases to start things off. I want to welcome and include anyone who believes that computer software programmers should dictate global public health policy. I want to welcome and include anyone who thinks they'll own nothing and be happy. I especially want to welcome anyone who's been diagnosed with climate change. In regard to 9/11, I want to welcome anyone who believes that 2 planes can knock down 3 buildings. I'm not sure how that works either. Apparently office fires is the cause. I want to welcome anyone who believes that the fluoride is in the water to keep our teeth healthy. I want to welcome and include anyone that believes that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. I want to welcome and include anyone who believes that Neil Armstrong took one giant leap for mankind. I want to welcome anyone who believes that having no symptoms is one of the symptoms. I want to welcome anyone who voted for Anastasia Palaszczuk at the last state election. I know you're out there, and that's really getting to the borderline with that. I want to welcome anyone who believes the lines in the sky are just clouds and contrails. I want to welcome flat earthers. I want to welcome people who think the world is round, but especially people that know that it doesn't matter what shape the planet is, it's still a slave planet. I want to welcome people who believe that Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted of child trafficking and yet somehow had no clients. I want to welcome people who don't think it's unusual that President Barack Obama refers to his wife as Michael. Michael and I. Some of you need to do some homework on that one, I think. I want to welcome Tesla drivers. Tesla drivers have a generator in the boot. Climate change activists. Fanboys, fangirls of Greta. I want to welcome anyone who still stands with Dan. I want to make welcome anyone who thinks that a $22 million a day interest bill for the state of Victoria isn't that much. I want to make welcome anyone who believes there's only one Joe Biden. And I want to make welcome anyone who believes Donald Trump is coming to save us and is still trusting the plan. That's a special belief system. I want to make welcome anyone who supports the 2032 Brisbane Olympic Games. And finally, I'd like to make very welcome people who think they're inclusive but a little bit judgmental. It's important to have some self-irony. So, ladies and gentlemen, Soul Family, the Light Tribe, the Awakening Community, Jedi Knights, Trekkers, Skywatchers, Experiencers, Contactees, Abductees, Gateway Keepers, Grid Workers, Way Showers, Light Workers, Light Warriors, Healers, Channelers, Seers, Mystics, Visionaries, Generic New Agers, Geeks, Freaks, Weirdos, Hipsters, Emos, Baby Boomers, Generation X, Y and Z, Millennials, First, Second and Third Wavers, Starseeds, the Night Watch, the Nine Feminine, the Divine Masculine, Shiva. There are some men here apparently, aren't there? Change makers, change agents, truthers, activists, wanderers, oh my God, flat earthers, new earthers, the elementals, fairies, elves, Gondoff the Great, the inner earth, yogis, spiritual seekers, spiritual warriors, and those with Mars in Pisces. In the name of the children of the earth, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Orions, Sirians, Lyrians, and even, for God's sakes, the Galactic Federation of Light. I welcome everybody and anybody to the 2023 Paradigm Shift Summit. Are you ready for a good time?